We both consent to recording. All right, so we're going to do the head-to-toe assessment. Can you tell me your first and last name, please, and your date of birth?
Gillianne Brooks, 4/21/97.
Okay, Gillianne, and what brings you in today?
Just for an annual checkup.
Okay. I'm going to start my head-to-toe with some simple, it might sound like silly questions, but they're important. By chance, do you know who the President of the United States is?
Joe Biden.
Joe Biden. Do you know who the president was before that?
Donald Trump.
Okay.
I almost forgot.
Okay, great. So she is alert and oriented times 4. I will then look at her present. She looks clean, properly nourished. She looks great. Then we would start from head down. So I would just inspect her hair. I'm going to be inspecting your scalp now. Just look for any rashes, lumps, or anything, the type of hair and texture she has, color, and stuff like that. Okay, and then I would assess your temporal. Okay, that's fine. We're just going to go with it.
Jesus.
Okay. It's normal. And then, do you have any tenderness or notice any swelling of your sinus area?
Nope.
Okay, do you mind if I palpate it real quick?
Sure.
Okay, and I would just push to make sure she really doesn't, and she would let me know that if she did feel any. Okay, perfect. We're gonna do just some facial exercises real quick. Can you lift your eyebrows for me? Okay, can you puff out your cheeks? All right. Can you do a kissy face?
A frown.
A frown? Okay. So that's all good. Then I would go down and test her mandible joints. Could you open and close your jaw for me? All right, perfect. Feels normal. Then I would inspect her lymph nodes, just to make sure I don't feel any of them. I would go down. It's right there. Okay, those are good. I don't feel any, so good sign. Then I would move on to the eyes. I would use my pen light and I would one at a time shine the light in her eyes, make sure her pupils dilate and constrict properly on each side.
Equal,
that they're
round, reactive.
Yes, that they're equal, round, and reactive, which they are. I would inspect her sclera and make sure, everything's good. There's no yellowing or anything. Okay. Great. Next the whisper test. Okay. Then I would get my otoscope and check her ears. I would check for the appearance on the outside, make sure there's no lesions or anything or redness. Then I would take my scope and I would carefully stick it in her ear canal, make sure her membranes in her ear canal and her drum and everything are good and gorgeous. On each side. After that, I would conduct a whisper test. On each side, we're just going to do one. Cover your ear and then tell me what I say. Okay. And it was good. Okay, then I am going to go down to her, right? Then I would have my stethoscope and I would check her heart. So using the Z-track method. So all right, they're normal. normal. After that, I would move on to her lungs. So same thing, I would listen, and I would start at one side, listen, and then I would compare it to the other side, and vice versa, going down and slightly out. And then I would do the same on her back, just to compare the sounds and everything. And they are great, no wheezing or anything. Perfect. Test your strength. I would check her pulse, make sure it's both the same on both sides. Okay, that's +2. Yep, normal, +2. I would, while I'm down here, might as well do her capillary refill. Can't say that word. Looks great. She has no lesions or anything. Her hands look nice and clean and groomed. Okay, and then while I'm down here, I'll also check her strength. Can you squeeze my fingers, please? Alright. And I'm gonna put my hands here. You're gonna, yeah, there's no clicking or anything, full range of motion. Then I would do your stomach, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would listen to the stomach before I palpate and everything. So I'd listen for the sounds so I don't disrupt, they're good. Then I would palpate. Feel for any abnormalities or anything, and for cuts. Those were all good. Great. I would then assess her femoral joint on each side, or pulse on each side. Make sure they're even, has a good count. Then I would go down to her PDL's pulse and do the same thing. I would find it and then assess it on either foot to make sure they're even and that they're +2, which is normal. And then I would go on her tibial pulse, which would be on the inner part of her tibial, and do the same thing. Assess, make sure they're symmetrical, even, and they're +2. Okay, great. What did I miss? That's all?
No swelling or anything in the lower extremities. Color looks good.
Yeah. As I could tell from her pants and high socks, her color looks good. She has no swelling or anything, no lesions anywhere. Perfectly good health. Do you have any questions for me, Miss Jalen?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.